You can at least forgive yourself for losing to, right? Because
that's a real easy cop-out. Oh, guys, we worked really hard. Oh, we got 16-0'd, but we worked hard.
Well, no, I just mean more like, you know, the best teams in the world other than Astralis have tried to go toe-to-toe with Astralis, and not even they have come up with a winning formula yet. So, you know, if your HellRaisers, a team that's been together for a matter of days prior to this, then, you know, what can you hope for? Early on, Clave going to exchange some damage down on the banana position, and Oscar actually leaning out, taps down the man in question. So man advantage will be maintained, and they're just taking these fights down in mid. Astralis are getting churned on up. Zipnix and Dupree left standing, but they've got Zipex pinned in. They're whittling him down, and now he is the last hope for Astralis. He falls, so HellRaisers are going to find the pistol around here over on the CT side, and a clean one at that.
Yeah, not giving the room for Astralis to play their own style. It was CT that we didn't really get to see back on that previous map. From the likes of HellRaisers, of course, with Astralis taking such a dominant 14-1 first half. So maybe a chance for HellRaisers to get a little bit more than we anticipated here. A first round on the board as Astralis go in for the force by CZs and Deegs. It's going to be the recipe here. They're up against SMGs and shotguns, though, so a bit of a messy one. Angel spotting down mid, won't find anything early on. Astralis are holding on, not looking to contest Banana, knowing the HellRaisers are likely going to have utility. It will be thrown out, giving these CTs the bottom of B without too much of a breeze. Oscar's there with a shotgun. Astralis are waiting out this smoke so they can try and hit the B portion of the map, but still with this bomb in second mid. They're also waiting to see if HellRaisers get aggressive like they did back on that pistol round. Re-smoke of bottom B, keeps device contained. HellRaisers just trying to trickle damage the way of Astralis. Now with this smoke running out of bottom B, they will be setting up flashbangs to try and take control. Would be able to blind Oscar here, but with a shotgun you can just mash that mouse one button and see what you can do. He's already found the first, supported by back Banana rather, when Nuki sits there with the SMG. Oscar eventually overwhelmed, but two low HP players. This should be easy for Nuki to start to mop up, but he fights a player with full health. Zipnix down to 60. Nuki calling for support, will have Angel close by, but no utility left for HellRaisers to fight back. Astralis flashing their way to the top, losing that bomb. Double kill coming out from the likes of the CT side, and this should be a clean sweep. Device is on 3 points of health, and HellRaisers look good to take that second round conversion.
Yeah, the force bite from Astralis gets dealt with cleanly and efficiently on the HR side. So now in a good standing to move up 3-0 early on here are the HellRaisers squad. And, you know, already almost outdoing their rounds back on Dust 2. And yeah, Astralis don't really have too much stake in this round. A CZ and a PT-50 is all they've invested.
Ooh.
Damage done by Magisk, and Dupree is able to capitalize on it. He's going to go back, but Oscar, they're not ready. Glaive actually going to pick that up with the Glock. This round is still very close for the HellRaisers side of things. They actually decide to pull back on the aggression a bit, maybe realizing, okay, Astralis, even if they've only got Glocks, still not a team to be underestimated.
Yeah, look back at that Dust 2 round. It got a bit dicey there until Lal aced them. So Astralis, 3-on-3, very good situation, but not one that they should be able to convert with this organ pit. It's going to mow down anyone coming out of the apartments, and Zipnix only has a Glock from that position. Lau's come back to support Library side. He's playing passive long. With no more aggression down Banana, Astralis do get afforded this control towards mid. They're going up against this M4 though, and with no ranged rifles on this T side, they are certainly going to struggle to get round here. Lau playing an awkward off angle. Glaive expects it with a dink, but no kill to come through. And Zipnix coming out through the apartments at the same time potentially, but the re-smoke's down. That'll send him packing. Nuki's aggressive, and Banana, he hears all these footsteps and still traded. Astralis keep it in the 2-on-2. I really don't know how. They might even get a bomb plant here unless Lau can stop them in time. He should be able to, and he does. Bomb drop, 20 seconds. Zipnix Hail Mary into B.
Yeah, with no smoke for the cross, this should just be the shutdown. They know they've got the bomb here, so Zipnix just trying to make things expensive, trying to make HellRaisers worry. And that nade would have solidified it even if he had dealt with LOL. So, HellRaisers, do you find that third round? But considering there was, what, $800 invested from the side of Astralis in the CZ and P250, you know, getting it down to a 2v2 at the end is not something you can be too disappointed with if you're the Danes.
No, it sets you up for breaking the money of HellRaisers nice and early into this map. As you can see, 2 players of money. Those are the players that survived. Lowell and Issa, 3k, 4k apiece. So if Astralis win this, the other players are certainly going to be in a world of hurt. I like that Molotov over the top of the roof towards Banana. Device going to need some help, and Smokes will come down to save his life, but the nades might end it. He's on 9 HP here, and that will seal his fate. Molotov taking down Device. Nice utility from HellRaisers to get the first pick, and still Angel getting aggressive. Looking to get in the corner. Glaive's waiting for it on the other side of the smoke, so trade is there for free for Astralis. Nuki going back in, and that's a second kill. That's the B site open for business. No one's here for HellRaisers, and Astralis might not even commit off the back of this. They still have boiler control taken by Dupree. Such a good position to look for trades on rotating players off of that A bomb site, but HellRaisers is going to safely fall back. Oscar watching from the site, and Issa on top of the balcony.
Smoke now falling to facilitate this crossover at B. Astralis with 45 seconds left do have time to change their mind. But that timer is fast ticking away from them. Dupree still up in the apartments. Now smoking off the A site, trying to get into the heads of HR and throw in the idea that this was a B fake all along. And HellRaisers look like they might have fallen for it. They dropped that one smoke down at B. Oscar now starting to rotate back. And so this little fake that Astralis have thrown in, the double fake, has worked with massive effect. It is all going to fall onto one man, and that man is LOL in the back of the bomb site. Biding his time, 7 seconds. Bomb has to go down, and it's not even in the bomb site. This round's over.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, very close, yeah. But no bomb plant for Astralis, and 2 players surviving. That's an awkward one, but fantastic work from Lau to create so much disarray within the bomb site of those last 10 seconds. Astralis not checking the back.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Zunix actually messed the jump up from barbecue into the bomb site.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I don't even think there was time, even if LOL didn't do anything.
Yeah, I guess he didn't kill the planter, and Zipnix went straight for it and still failed the timing. So that's awkward for Astralis. Not a round you want to be giving away there. Bit of a mistake. Is a rare sight from this team. Top B smoke from Glaive early on. We'll see that rush coming through for Astralis straight up the top of Banana. Nuki not going to be checked. Yes, he will. Device finds him. Angel stuck here as well in the spawn, but with the AUG versus his rifles, he's going to be able to find one at least. The trade there, though, and the flashbang back in for Lau. Gets aggressive, but nothing from it. Now they know he's in the bomb site. They won't be getting fooled by him hiding this time. They do have a molly as well for this position, but no smoke for the spawn, and that's where this AWP sits. Oscar trying to support with the flashbang to allow Lau to peek aggressively. Astralis realizing maybe they don't need to commit here. They've got a 3-on-3. They bled out a lot of utility from both sides, and a re-smoke down Banana will send them packing, knowing that right now A only has 1 player on, but HellRaisers will be rotating that AWP back to come join Issa within the bomb site.
And let's not forget, this is a map that Astralis are undefeated on. So, you know, this is also up there alongside their impressive nuke run. HellRaisers actually doing a great job to sit 4-0 up, and there's always the potential for more. Oscar is playing this speedway for the fast rotation into this A bomb site. He's actually just going to set himself up on Arch, so he's here almost immediately. All that's asked of Issa is that he can buy a few seconds, and no, Oscar now starting to rotate back to B. They haven't seen anyone in a while, so this is all now going to fall onto Issa. He doesn't have that man nearby to help out. These rotations coming in on the back of hearing the footsteps, but Dupree shutting down the point man inside of the bomb site. And now for HR, you might look at this as a save, and it should be. They will back off. They will elect to hold on to these rifles. So Astralis, the drought of rounds that they faced does not last long. They'll find their first here in round number 5.
Yeah, unfortunate rotate timing for Oscar, but I don't think it made that much difference. It's not like Astralis went long side anyway, so if Lau doesn't get, you know, a kill there on the, or sorry, not Lau, whoever that was on A, doesn't get, you know, a kill or 2, the round's done regardless. The retake won't be attempted. Astralis will find their first on the T side, so 4-1. As you said, good start for HellRaisers. 4 rounds is, you know, an impressive beginning to this map. It's just how long can they keep it going? And with the idea of Dust 2 back in our minds from that previous map, we know how dominant it was. So Astralis need to be a little bit more careful now, maybe. There's a missed bomb plant in the round prior. Put them in this detriment, but it's not too deep. And it's certainly recoverable. 4-1, buy coming up, and HellRaisers, of course, still with money from this early lead, are going to be able to reinvest.
Back to this banana aggression once again from the Danish squad, and this time HellRaisers try and force their way through it. That's a decision they might come to regret. Nuki bested device with a double opener here for Astralis, and one of the best openers we've seen them have in a little while. dupreeh extends it even further. This defensive HR getting picked apart, and now Angel and Issa divided. One at B, one at A. Astralis not even moving yet. They've still got the bomb back in T-spawn. They know this is their round to win. Now we're going to need to see something massive from Issa or Angel. Angel delivered us quite a few big rounds back on Dust and yesterday. Now we've got to look for even more from him, and he will pluck Glaive from the ranks. The only problem is that was the lurk player inside of this B bomb site. Now Issa will shut down another. These rotations coming through early from Angel, so there will be 2 players at this A bomb site. And right now they've got a man trapped down in the pit. They've had a lot of damage onto Xyp9x.
Yeah, 1 HP, but this bomb plant still coming in. Now HellRaisers on the clock, and I think they've realized this is a done deal. No kit, no util. A second round for Astralis on the T side. They do make it close though. HellRaisers bring a 2-on-5 to a 2-on-3 with Xyp9x on 1 HP. That was certainly winnable, but not going to opt to go for it. Unfortunately, this save won't have, you know, great consequences for HellRaisers. It's not like they can buy around it in the follow-up. They're not going to have any more than 1900 loss bonus. So Astralis' chance to really get this T side on the board, start taking a commanding lead into this map potentially. Or at least closing the distance that HellRaisers originally embarked on with this 4-0 lead. Now it's 4-2, looking to be 4-3 with only 2 rifles to play with. HellRaisers, they could force, but probably wait for that loss bonus to kick in and buy up in the follow-up. We'll see.
Yeah, not much hope for HR in this round. You're once again relying on Angel and Issa to try and find the bulk of the damage here. You do have 2 players going aggressive up into the apartments though, and this is some early information in the way of HR that this portion of the map might be clear. It's just how much further does Issa go? With these shots being rallied out from Xyp9x, they do know that there are likely players watching for this aggression. Now, did they make the call to go further ahead here? They would find out that there's no one in alt mid. Xyp9x is now starting to take up a position in this area of the map. The bulk of Astralis over here at Banana. There's Xyp9x making his presence known, catching Oscar aggressive in the apartments. Issa actually makes a footstep there, so that's enough for Xyp9x to know that he's in a bit of danger. Oh my goodness!
Block fight! Not going to work. Change it to the sidearm, but getting caught as they drop and try and retrieve those weapons on HellRaisers. dupreeh does get that equalization. 3-on-3 now. Nuki's still on a pistol, but he's scavenged an AK from the top of B. The issue is Astralis are already inside of the A site. So's Issa, waiting and ready with that ore, getting another kill. Nuki's tagged up very low, but Magis can control the spray. It's now a 2-on-2. Smoke towards a B, CT spawn. Angel does get that kill. He might be able to wrap round as well, but it's not going to be the A play. dupreeh, he was up on long earlier, but not looking to trade his teammate from Issa. He wraps the spawn. Angel so close to getting through that smoke, and he may have survived if doing so, but dupreeh going to get the bomb plant. Does he expect Issa to be this close? I don't think so.
Yeah, Issa snuck all his way up Banana very, very quickly, and that might catch dupreeh unaware, although right now he certainly looks aware. Regardless of that, though, Issa's going to win the fight. So HellRaisers, a 5th round to their name. making this one competitive and making Astralis sweat over on their T side. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, some scrappy CS from HellRaisers, but fantastic round out of nowhere. Remember, that was 3 pistols with no armor in the apartments with a stack with Issa, and he'll save the day. He'll win the round for the likes of HellRaisers. That is going to be one that Astralis are annoyed at. Again, a little mistake, you know, from Zipnix swapping out, dropping his weapon back in middle, or second mid, getting overwhelmed. If he had his AK out there, he probably wins a duel, and, you know, Astralis don't need him to be traded. They have a 4-on-3 and they win the round, but that's a couple of little errors. We think back to that bomb plant on B being too late for Astralis as well, that have really made this game a little bit uncomfortable for them. 5-2. HellRaisers capitalizing well off of these errors being made, and you're not going to get these kind of issues every day. Not from this team. So it's good to see HellRaisers are not letting Astralis out once these mistakes are made. 5-2 up now. Glaive getting up short, almost the AWP getting caught from Oscar, but Issa has him defended from the balcony.
And this attempted A crunch from Astralis might get shut down. Issa's in with his second, and Zipnix isn't able to trade this one out from the apartment. So Astralis might have met their match here at the A-bomb site. They've been whittled down. Magisk and Zipnix are both pretty low. Oscar's going to shut down Zipex up in the apartments. Device and Magisk left standing now over in the Astralis camp, and Issa finds his third of the round, finally traded, but barreling through that smoke, blindsiding Magisk. And lol, there's that BM that they actually spoke about on the desk at the start of the day, the old spray into the body. HellRaisers now 6-2 up over on the CT side. And this unbeaten streak that Astralis are on in Inferno maybe could get challenged by an unlikely candidate.
Yeah, a team that has only been formed for a few days, Harry. At least the full roster. Astralis on attack pause, and pressure maybe getting to them on this one.
One of the things that I'm really liking from the HR side, right, is back on Dust 2, they definitely, and this is what I feel like is the case with a lot of teams, right? You know you're up against Astralis. So as such, I feel like a lot of teams try and subscribe to their style of play, right? You kind of give Astralis a lot of respect because they're the best team in the world, right? They've earned that respect. But we're not really seeing HellRaisers do that, right? We're not seeing HR let them get comfortable. They're not allowed to throw in a lot of these strats that they've been planning. I mean, even if you think back to, what was it? I think it was the pistol round, the way that they positioned themselves there, just taking those fights in mid, right? So often you would see teams just kind of give that ground to Astralis early on. You know, you don't want to go running into the crosshairs, taking those fights versus the best team in the world, but HR are pretty keen to do so. And Astralis aren't looking too comfortable here on their T side. Ooh, no, the kill goes the way of HR to kickstart this round. It's Glaive to hit the deck early. Dupree does find an equalizer. And what a man to take down Issa, falling up in the apartments now. Astralis, this might be the fake from them. They've put the brakes on, they've slowed right down, and now they dilly-dally up in the apartments. This has bought some time for these rotations to come in. And this is looking like the fake from the Danes. The issue is, I say that HellRaisers haven't really been letting them get too comfortable. Maybe we see some aggression here from HR to try and get the information early. You can see a preemptive rotation back from LoL. So there will still be 2 players for HR at this B-bomb site. We just have to see them find a couple of kills if HR want to have any stake in this retake.
Astralis ready to burst in. Loud trying to set up a flashbang for the man at the back of the site. Yet to meet these Astralis players. The molly's coming through now. It will definitely be the push. So Lau needs his flashbang out, and Yuki, he's dead before it can pop. Lau flashing himself off that as well. He's forced to retreat, and Astralis know exactly where they have him. Caged in. 20 seconds. This time the bomb does go down for Astralis, and they have the B site and maybe the round. Because HellRaisers, you see they're scrambling, considering the fact that this is not going to be a 1 round, and Angel and Oscar already in for the save. Lau's kind of trapped here. He's screwed. And HellRaisers, they're not sending in a support group. They're not sending him in a relief aid. It's up to himself to get out of this situation, or at least take down as many members of Astralis with him as he can. And they know he's still here. That's the thing. We've yet to see anyone leave the CT spawn. They've had Ruins trained the whole time. Angel holds the bottom of B, but Astralis, they don't want to take the fight. They just want to exit. And exit they shower into the crosshairs of these two, Angel and Oscar, with a killer piece traded by Dupree. He finds a double. Lau does get away, but it's actually HellRaisers taking far graver casualties on that exit. Not being able to really rifle the guns away from Astralis. Only 2 Ts surviving in that round, but they pick it up.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I feel like with the new economy changes, you know, if your HellRaisers there, those are fights that you don't really need to be taking. Astralis have that max loss bonus banked on up, or, you know, damn near it. So, they won't really feel the effect of losing those players, even if HellRaisers are able to pick up this round. And you can see this has kind of made the buy for HR pretty limited. The utility's not really there. An MP9 on Nuki. Definitely not the worst case scenario for HR, but they haven't really propped themselves up in a good spot either. Now Angel getting boosted by Nuki in the back of the bomb site. And this looks like it could just be a B commitment from the Danes. Lining up all the smokes and flashes to make that a reality, and now the play looking to come in. Angel does find the first man and a second. Now Nuki only really had to get one to make that worthwhile, but he's not able to with just the MP9 by his side. So now 3v3, HellRaisers looking a bit dubious as to whether or not they want to attempt this one. They will give it a look in though.
Going through the smoke. Flashes there. Lau's gone aggressive. Zipnix does find him though, and Astralis have a resmoke for this spawn just to make matters worse. If they can get that down, they might just be able to shut down the round as a result. Device strafes wide to throw that through, and that will guarantee it. No way HellRaisers can get back into B. Zipnix trying to catch them on the retreat, knowing the HellRaisers are running back for their lives, and they might not be able to keep them because look at Device. The second he threw that smoke, he ran right back into middle to win the round and try and get these kills on the exit. He might be gifted with them. But staying within the spawn are HellRaisers, so 2 weapons once again secured. Small consolation. Astralis pick up the T-side round, and you know this has been still competitive. HellRaisers have been at least making Astralis work for these rounds, and it is close. Astralis looking to try and equalize, and they might be able to do so. 3 pistols here for HellRaisers. The issue is, last time we saw this round from the likes of HellRaisers, they did manage to pick it up, so Astralis need to be very, very careful. AWP on Oscar. Angel's gone for the force buy as well, or at least a half buy with pistol armor. Dropped over that AWP. And Oscar looks to try and open up on the banana, getting aggressive with it. Won't find anything early on as Astralis are looking for the apps drop.
Yeah, just a lot faster here from Astralis. Lol's going to get one. These USPs have found a couple of kills. And Issa and Oscar both over towards the B bomb site. They will give this a looking. And had that kill gone the way of Issa, we would have seen them attempt this. But now with only Oscar remaining, he's going to give it a little look and see. But yeah, with that nade landing, he's not really keen. He knows that Astralis have his number here. They know where he's coming from. So likely just going to see him try and hold on to the AWP. Astralis now in with their 5th round, and already this is kind of the average T-side. A missed shot from Oscar. And we've seen him go for these exits a few times and miss his shots. That's another AWP given away.
Glaive just jumping around, almost baiting Oscar in for the fight there. That's at least what made him go around the corner, knowing there was at least noise being made by the in-game leader of Astralis, but big brains and big rounds being won. 5 on the T-side right now. HellRaisers' money getting broken finally. These constant saves have always facilitated rifles in pretty much every CT round HellRaisers have had so far. Now finally that is no longer a factor. Scout on Oscar. Missed shot in middle, and HellRaisers with 4 pistols behind it make that 3 because Magiska's just entried up B. One more man left on the bomb site. It's going to be Nuki alone. Already getting naded over the top of the roof, and as a smoke blooms, his life will fade. Device shuts him down through it. The re-smoke in CT as well keeps Oscar back, and that might just be the round. You can see the bombs down towards ramp right now, so Astralis have yet to pull that through, but once they do, there shouldn't be much HellRaisers can do to stop this.
Yeah, Astralis aren't even going to fully commit all 5 players to the bomb site. Instead, just hunting down these saving HR counter-terrorists. I'd love to hold on to the armor into the next round. It does make buying that much cheaper. You can even look maybe to bring out an AWP over on the CT side of things. That is if they get away with these guns. The Danes looking hungry for them. And they've boxed them in. They've been very methodical here. They've cleared everywhere apart from this A-bomb site. So if you're Astralis now, you know exactly where HellRaisers are. And it becomes a matter of if they can hold on to this. They do have a bit of a crossfire here, set up, ready to go. Through the smoke, Magisk emerges.
What's happening? We'll never know, Harry.
It's the suspense. Did they get away? Didn't they get away? I couldn't tell you.
Not sure, no idea. So, either way, 6-6. Astralis on this T side looking damn good in these last few rounds, and no AWP to stop them here. They don't even don one of their own. Top B nades. Now they've got the utility to facilitate these fast fights. They will be able to take them. Angel getting aggressive. No flash behind it means Device will win that early duel. Molotov to try and take down Device, but he responds with one of his own, moving towards the top of B, catching Oscar with his pants down. Nade in hand. Yet to pull the rifle into play. Device is taking 2 down in this B side. HellRaisers is going to be forced to rotate, but look at that bomb. It's still in the apartment. It could commit towards the A site. As I say that, falling out of the apartments. So maybe Astralis is looking to capitalize on this top B control, but no need to with a double rotate from HellRaisers. Lau stays here at long. Hoping Astralis don't make their presence known up towards top mid, and he will get tagged off early.
Yeah, Lol's now in a lot of trouble, and they hear him rotating away, just giving up the A-bomb site. He concedes it. HR deciding to gamble and go for this B-side stack. And because Astralis have been so methodical in clearing out the map, they know that this A-side is, well, not entirely clean. They haven't cleared pit yet, but they've got players in CT. They heard Lol rotate away. They've spotted one man now inside of B. Yeah, I think the penny has dropped. They realized the A-bomb site is theirs. And so there should be a 7th for Astralis. You don't imagine HellRaisers try and go for this one. I like the gamble. I like the gamble. All 3 players inside of B, and you know the reason is because now you've got this little grouping to try and hold on to these weapons. The issue is if you start giving them away, that's when it's not worth it. And Nuki has handed his M4 over to Dupree. This is where, you know, these gambles to hold on to guns can come back to punish you, because in a way, right, you know, you've already conceded this round. If you're all going to die anyway, you would have at least liked to have gone for the retake. So they really don't want to lose any of these, and Issa will at least hold on to his that much longer, but there's still players hunting, there's still players nearby. Ooh, Glaive?
Oh.
Not quite, but regardless, Astralis going to take the lead for the first time in a while in this map, now sitting 7-6 up. There was a time where, what, this was 6-1, I think, in favor of HR, so quite the turnaround from the Danes. You were getting a bit worried early on. They've righted their wrongs, and they're back in classic Astralis fashion, making quick work of the HellRaisers. And this time, 4 players. This looks like a mid-rush from HellRaisers. They're already down, and Dupree is just blindsided by the pace, but Magisk is there to shoot them in the face. Lol up in the apartments. Suddenly a lot to do inside of this A-bomb site. The mid-aggression might have done damage, but it only yielded 1 kill. So Astralis now sat in the 4v3.
Yeah, they spotted Lau here earlier in the apartment, so just being very methodical with their utility, not letting him get aggressive. They want to clear that out now. HellRaisers, this would be a fine time for a gamble stack. Because, of course, if you're right and Astralis walk into it, you have a great chance of shutting it down. If you're wrong, you can save your guns, and that's something HellRaisers have been doing a lot, especially considering they're going to have no money for the last round of the half, but 34 on the loss could make sense. But let's see where Astralis opt to go, because right now still being passive, still being reactive to see if HellRaisers give them a kill. Oscar's got a great off angle here, and with utility be setting up by Device, it is just a fake. Oscar's going to know it. Flash forward, he gets the kill. Flash doesn't work, doesn't matter. Xyp9x does kill their only A player though, and Device, as said, was faking B earlier on, so HellRaisers now know this is an A play, and with them losing their one man on this bomb site, things are going to get very, very difficult. A retake with a 2-on-3. Astralis do have low HP on some of their players though.
Yeah, they've really taken their time clearing A. Now, this has lent some time the way of HellRaisers to already post themselves up over it short. They do best Glaive. Molly gonna burn Xyp9x out into the open now. A lot of damage done onto these HellRaisers players, and Oscar's already looking hesitant. He started to wrap Brown in through long. Kill needs to come through kind of quickly for the side of HR, and Angel gets blindsided. Oscar left in the 1v2. And he'll decide to back off, hold on to this M4 into the last round of the half. Astralis 8-6. They string together 7 in a row over on the T side.
Just so much money as well. HellRaisers starting to realize these exits are no longer worth it. They were going for them earlier in the half, but the more rounds that Astralis win, the less important exit kills are for the CT side. Of course, that bank is so big right now. Last round of the half here, HellRaisers not going to have much to throw into it. 34 on the loss, plus whatever they had saved prior to it. So rifle's out, but it's actually better than I thought, to be honest. That one save gun does make a good bit of difference. AWP is here for Oscar as well, so let's see if they can catch a round, try and take 7 on the half. It will be damn good, and that's a great start. Oscar, again, opening kill. Did Xyp9x get picked up early? Back on Dust 2, Oscar had trouble finding these early AWP duels, but Astralis, not having met him with one of their own yet, finally Device is on it, and he's holding mid.
And Astralis is still making a lot of noise over here towards B. That's prompted Oscar round to try and help out. Astralis still looking a bit indecisive as to where they want to end up here. Device retrieving that AWP and now trying to go toe-to-toe with Oscar. Will he be ready for this peak? Holding close. It's a standoff, and Oscar towing the line. He'll get spotted. Device able to shut him down. So back into this 4-on-4. Oscar getting traded. Better late than never. Device even going to spot Angel crossing from the coffins, rather. Molotov to... Oh, Nuki is...
Wow. How on earth?
In the flames, mate. He is one with the flames. But it might not matter, because they've got A long, they're wrapping on round. Lol and Easter, all of this going to fall onto their shoulders. Smoke down for Moto to try and facilitate this cross, but Glaive has been spotted. The nade might dunk him down. Lol's now going to rear his head, and the nade does find Glaive. Easter's got this crossfire set up, and he'll make quick work of the push. Only Device left standing, but he will finally deal with the Pitman. Bomb's going to go down, and
he's got it.
Very close. Device on for the ace if he wants to pick this round up, and one taps Angel down. It's certainly doable, certainly possible. Flashing round, 2 bullets left in the AK, and he'll tap down the last man. Device, a surgeon. He is so precise, just scalpeling down the defense. That will be Astralis cementing the 9-6 half. Can the Danes reign supreme in the second, or do HellRaisers have what it takes to take us through to map number 3? Find out after this break.
dancing on my own. When you spill that ramen coke on my t-shirt, yeah. Your eyes made it difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette, that is first sight. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby, you make me feel something. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby.
Closing out the half in style was Device. 3 bullets and 2 one-shots to finish off a 1v2 ace. And it is going to be Astralis taking the lead going into the second half. It was a pretty decent start, all things considered, for the likes of HellRaisers, but the second Astralis found their number, although they dialed it and didn't stop on that T side. Now moving to the better half of 2, the CT of Inferno with 9 rounds to their name. It is going to be a mountain to climb for HellRaisers, but let's hope they brought their gear.
Yeah, let's wait and see. I mean, already some damage found by Magisk down through mid. They're not really going to be anything to write home about, but that little taparoo from Glaive might be. Man advantage taken very, very early on for Astralis, and no opportunity to trade that back if you're HellRaisers. It's kind of grinded to a halt already here for this T side. No kit for Astralis, instead opting for 2 full utility belts in this round, but they are one of the teams I think you could very much justify doing that on. Now just this set A play from HellRaisers, really all they can look to throw in. They throw out their smoke, their utility, they get into top mid on the back of it. Device is already posted up here at long, and he is on a bit of a tear right now. Quick double from Device leaves Nuki and Angel left standing. They try and duck dive and weave their way in through CT, but Nuki is very claustrophobic here. He's very much trapped.
Yeah, Device finally getting caught. I was going to say not giving him the fight, but he peeks out right as Nuki checks it. Angel also looking towards the library, but there's no double stack for Astralis. They're just waiting. 2 players per bomb site. Hoping HellRaisers walk into their moors. 20 seconds for them to do so. To find both kills and get the bomb plant down is going to be a big ask from HellRaisers. Device can just, Astralis can just give up the gunfights. They don't have to engage. Great nade to chip away. 12 seconds. Zipnik showing his hand. He's going to get 1 and maybe even double it. It doesn't matter. Glaive is there for the trade. And Astralis 10 rounds on the half. They take the pistol round. Shut down into that B-bomb site from HellRaisers. Or 2 HellRaisers rather than from HellRaisers. They're going to be the ones on the receiving end of it. Now, force buy potentially on this T side. they'll go for it. Astralis love to run very heavy SMG second rounds, which I find interesting, looking to build lots of money early on. Of course, you know, this is one of the positives that people don't really talk about when you run these SMG rounds is if you die and you give away a gun, you know, HellRaisers are probably going to favor using a Deagle or a CZ over a UMP in this situation, you know, so it's not exactly much to be scavenged from the likes of Astralis. But just getting aggressive. Oh, he's found the perfect timing in the back line. He's even going to get further. And do they know that he's re-aggressed, or do they think that he's backed off? It might not matter because Device is here as well to take a bit of a fight. He'll drop Angel. Magisk is even further than Issa could possibly imagine, and Astralis are giving no breathing room here for HellRaisers. They are getting choked out.
Ooh. Now, Zipnik's getting tagged. That's a tantalizing prospect, but the problem is Magisk arriving on this flank, and Astralis, they're able to convert that one. The force buy from HR finds nothing, so a 12th looking likely here for the Danes. And I would just love to see a full disrespect round from Astralis, right? The mid-aggression, you've got these MP9s, you know there's no money on the HellRaisers squad. They've invested in a couple of PT50s to try and stop exactly that. I'm curious if this is going to be a safe round from the Danes, or they are just going to go guns blazing. And already aggression being shown at Banana, Zipnix and Glaive might feel tempted to go for some aggression. Magisk is pushed into the apartments. They do actually land the dink onto him, so he's been brought down low, but the crossfire setup doesn't even need to come into effect because Magisk is holding his own right now.
And Yuki will take down Zipnix at the very least, but this P250 round is getting rumbled by Astralis. And only one casualty being the problem. 12-6. Buy round now for HellRaisers. What we've been waiting for on this terrorist half, but how many of them will they have, Harry? That's the question. With Astralis bordering a victory here on Inferno, adding to their win streak. This will be their 21st in a row from Astralis without a loss. On Inferno, of course. They hit 30 yesterday on Nuke. So what a couple of streaks to have under your belt. 2 maps at once on, you know, 20+ win streaks is pretty unreal. The consistency yet to be rivaled here in the Pro League of Astralis. HellRaisers, can they beat this 6-round score? Can they get ahead of the curb? Aids to second mid, keep Issa contained down to 80. Boost up with this AWP. Device is going to hold through the flashbang, not fearful. As he goes for this fight, not going to connect the shot either. Molotov to keep him off the top of B. He'll just post up, go back in for more, and fully blind, getting the kill anyway. His teammates flashbang, doesn't matter. Zipnix even peeks back in for another, and just when they expect an AWP, the rifle takes him down. The trade is there from Nuki, but he's so low, and Dupree has taken all of this, you know, aggression down Banana to some aggression down mid. He's going to have the perfect position to catch this. Blindsided. There's a free kill. Nuki's wrapped second mid here, but they are in the apartments at the same time. Does Dupree know? He might not care, because still focused down bottom ramp. Finally going to meet his maker up in the apartments. Nuki does shut him down from mid. And Astralis 3-on-2 here. They'll rotate Device off, leaving this solo rifle down on B, because Glaive has all the utility to delay a play up towards this bomb site. And HellRaisers, where do they go?
Yeah, they're kind of running out of ideas here. They're going to try and group up over towards B. Glaive is going to beat them to it. With only 15 seconds left, he spots that last man, and Astralis now know he's got to play for B or not at all, and LoL decides the best way to win this game is not to play. The only issue is Glaive might not give him a choice. Magisk has got aggressive as well, and LoL is blocked in. Astralis, a 13th round. The fall buy from HellRaisers gets shut down. Double AWP saved, but I think the M4 eluded Magisk there as Glaive threw it away.
He flashed his teammate there and tried to grab the weapon, but it was already rumbled from beneath his feet. Not going to be a problem, though, for Astralis. I don't think. They've still got plenty of time, and more time being given to them as HellRaisers pull in a tactical pause here. 13-6. Rifle round eluding HellRaisers. A pistol one ahead of them here now with no bomb plant money. Angel calling that they want to play Banana later in the round. Probably a good idea considering the utility that Astralis have been showing down that position, or will be showing down that position, knowing how good they are at locking T's out of Banana.
And I think this is one of the, you know, and obviously this is one of the reasons why Astralis is so successful, right? Is you're kind of forced to subscribe to the Astralis playstyle on the back of how good their utility is early, right? You know, their HellRaisers, they're having to give up Banana early on in the round. That's such an important avenue of the map, and that is solely based on the presence that the Danes are able to show here, just with nades alone. So you're not going to have anyone peeking Banana on the HR side of things, and this actually gives some time to Astralis to try and facilitate themselves, try and set themselves up on Banana. They will just post Glaive up in this position with the AWP. Now, not usually the go-to man with it, but he'll get boosted up onto that half wall, and as a result, he could just sit here all day long.
Patient are Astralis, but still with utility for this B site is Glaive. And he's waiting for contact to be shown. Flashes there, he's forced off. I like that little flashbang, pops in the wall. Glaive waiting for contact to the AWP. There's a shot through the wall. Nuki getting hit down to 30, and the Molotov going over the roof will deny these T's presence. Actually, no, it won't. That Molly really just landing on the car and the actual roof. I love how we still call it a car. It's not a car. It's a stack of barrels, but it really is a car. Watch how the top of Dust 2 mid is also a palm tree. It's actually not. It's also a barrel. What we're learning here is Valve love barrels, but Astralis love utility because 20 seconds left and HellRaisers haven't even pushed yet. They need to decide a site, and it will be B.
Yeah, Glaive and Zipnik's waiting on the other side, and so as they run into the maws of the beast, they'll get churned up by it. What more do you expect? You know, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, I think is the saying. I don't know. I don't know how that applies. I never understood that saying.
Don't look at what?
Is it a gift horse in the mouth or something like that?
What's a gift horse?
Like, I don't know, mate.
A horse given to you as a gift?
Yeah, I guess so. Look, I might be saying the wrong thing. Hang on, I'm going to look this up.
I think it's don't make eye contact with chimpanzees, mate. They'll tear your arms off. Jamie, pull that up. 14,
okay, no,
6.
yeah. No, I said the right thing.
What's it mean?
So, don't, like, judge a...
Book by its cover?
No. You know, don't, like, judge something that's been given to you for free. So I guess it didn't really apply there, because B was far from free. In fact, the Danish taxes that were employed on it, shockingly high. And they get whittled on down as a result, and now they try and fall back into this A play, but Device and Magisk are set up to play on, and that is just classic Astralis, right? You get one, there's suddenly 2 more players there to reclaim that man advantage and more.
It's traded by the AWP, and then you think, okay, you know, now it's just, you know, the AWP in the hallway versus the last man. No, Dupree's peak boiler. Okay, the round's over. HellRaisers 2-on-4 here. Desperate times. Call for desperate measures, and Glaive,
what?
He'll give us exactly that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do against HellRaisers. Yeah. Well, you know, it's Astralis at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're thinking now. Like,
all right,
we had a good run.
I barely even see Glaive run this AWP, but
he's trying to land another. Look, he's feeling it now. He's reaching deep into the montage clip bank. Is Glaive?
You know what's going to happen? That smoke's going to fade. Nuki's going to walk up B, and he's going to die. Poor Nuki. Oh, hello.
Well, didn't he show you?
Yeah.
Didn't he show you?
I've been got.
The only thing is a 1v2 and he's left the B bomb site trying to find the kills. He will get Dupree, so a chance here for Nuki to deny map and series point in the way of Astralis. He's got the AWP to play with, but Device just playing for that bomb plant, and the Molotov is actually perfect. Wow. Okay, map and series point for the Danes. 15-7. We get the replay, Glaive. Look at this. Woo! Dude, dead. God, Oscar's dead, and he's scratching his head like, I don't even know. What can you say about that?
Listen to that little Danish laugh. Oh, dear, this is not fair at all. And I'm not even trying to flame HellRaisers. It's just Astralis are another level right now, as being proven. HellRaisers, they took a 6-1 lead, Harry. We were optimistic. It's now 15-6. Maybe we should be realistic, and Magisk certainly looks to be so. Pushed down mid in this round, but caught out by Oscar. Ooh, where's this come from? HellRaisers. They heard me talk smack, and now they've come up with 3 entry kills off the back of these rifles. Long conceded by Astralis, but they don't want to. Oscar holding the library peak with this AWP. He might get gifted. Glaive on the other side. Watching the apartments. That's when HellRaisers want to come through. It's actually short. He's double scoped in on. And he might get gifted Angel, but timing eludes him. He goes back towards B. That's when HellRaisers take the bomb site. Plant can come in. Round should be one off the back of that bomb plant. I love the plant as well. How much can Astralis do here? Surely not.
Yeah, they'll just decide to save in this one, right? They don't want to push their luck. It will be a 7th round for HR. So still a little ways out of making this one possible, but, you know, the first step in the right direction. And they will start to shut down a few of these saving players as well.
1 HP after that nade on Yuki. He is lucky. But Astralis still have a bit of money to fall back on, so it's not going to be a worry for the time being. Glaive does get away with the AWP as well. So there's something. HellRaisers take a T-side round here in the second half. Been waiting for it to finally come through, but is it too late? That's the question. (15-7). Triple B set up early for Astralis. This is to facilitate a lot of utility usage, also deny any kind of B rush that HellRaisers tried to throw through, and they might. Look at this, so from Glaive, through the smoke, he catches one. He spots Angel as well, but only the Dink to take him down low. The nade will finish it off instead. Astralis have Banana. Dead is Oscar. Shot through the smoke by Zipnix. Of course he was, as now they sit in a 4-on-2.
Oh, is there a bit of a gap in the bottom right? No, there's not. Okay, so Device not going to look to try and exploit that. They will just get himself up on top of the half wall and allow for the extra man inside of the A-bomb site. And that's the one downside of HR having to give up so much control towards Banana, is you can just set someone up like Device in this position with the AWP. And as a result, now HellRaisers, wherever they turn, they're going to encounter some form of like immediate resistance here from the Astralis side. If it's A, you're walking into the 3-man stack. If it's B, Device, he can just take one shot, drop down and hide away. They decide to go for the A side, and Dupree getting the trade cements the win for the Danes. 16-7. They take a convincing 2-0 and maintain their spot at the top of Group D. Smiles all around for Astralis, who are now one series away from going flawless here in Group D at the Pro League and locking in their spot in the finals. For HR, it's back to the drawing board. They've got to prepare for